My name is Caroline, and today I'll be talking to you about community, or more like a discourse community. Now, you may be wondering, what is a discourse community? Am I a part of a discourse community? What does it entail? What does it have inside? So I'm here to tell you what it is, starting with number one, the first question, which is, what is a discourse community? Yay! And lucky for you, I made a list. Basically, a discourse community is where people come together that share a common goal. They also have different ways of communicating within the community, and then they provide different information and feedback and kind of bring in their own knowledge. There's also different genres, including apart from the genres, they have different lexis that they have, which is different phrases or vocabulary that they have within the community. And there's also different level of expert members. Now, you may be thinking, what is an example of a discourse community? Well, I don't know. Just kidding. Basically, a good example of a discourse community is a book club, where everyone comes together, they have a common goal of reading a book they enjoy, and then they talk about it, and they discuss what they like about the book, what they didn't like. People bring in their own level of knowledge and discuss further about the books, and then they do the whole process again. Although I'm not sure if the cats really can bring in much knowledge into the book club, but who knows? Now, you still may be wondering, am I a part of a discourse community? How do I know? Well, you don't have to cry like Mr. Romeo over here to figure it out. I'll give you another example of a discourse community that I'm a part of, which is, can I get a drum roll, please? The Jewish community. Or more specifically, I'm a part of the Hillel Club at FIU, which is an organization where all Jewish students can come together. Now, one of the main reasons of what makes Hillel a discourse community is the fact that it has multiple methods of communication. For instance, one way that we communicate is through Instagram. So over here you can see the Hillel's Instagram page where they post all the different events that goes on in the group. For instance, this is the Shabbat that they have every Friday, so people come together and have a meal. This is Rosh Hashanah, it's the new year that they're hosting. And then any event or anything that you like to know, it's going to be all on the Instagram page. So if you're ever wondering what's going on, what is being hosted, you can just go on the page. And then they also have different pictures of what goes on in the events. And they also kind of describe what's in the club room. And they tell you who the president is and all of that. They also use the Instagram platform to communicate and bring awareness to anti-Semitism, which is a common goal that they have. Another form of communication that is within the Hillel Club is through their Facebook page, where they post the events as well, and then the members can comment on if they're going to be there or not and just see the different events they have. A third way that Hillel has a way of communicating is through messages, where we can also reply to events they have. And finally, the last way that Hillel, or the Jewish community in general, communicates is through the Torah. And the Torah is basically like a Bible. It's a sacred book that lists all the rules and regulations that Jewish people have. Now, a different reason why Hillel is a discourse community is because it has different lexises used. Lexises are different words or phrases or different vocabulary used. Now, the Jewish community uses Mazel Tov, which means congratulations. And then there's also another one, which is Amen, which basically is said after we say a prayer to make sure that it comes true. Another phrase is Baruch Hashem, which means thank God, which we also say when someone comes in. And the final phrase we use is L'chaim, which is basically said when we're having a meal and someone wishes something well. Now, specifically in the Hillel Club, they use phrases such as Shabbat Shalom, which is used to welcome members to the Shabbat dinners that they host or the events. And then another phrase, which is similar to Shabbat Shalom, is Shalom, which is used to welcome new members to the club. And it's a phrase that usually Hillel uses. And now a final and probably one of the most commonly used phrases throughout the Hillel Club is actually the phrase birthright, which is a trip that Hillel students go on to Israel because it's kind of like where their heritage comes from, hence where the word birthright comes from. And Hillel is always using this word, and it's always used throughout the club. And as you can see, they even usually they inform students about Hillel through their website, which is another form of communication that they have. And in the Hillel Club, they take usually about 10 to 15 students on the birthright trip, and they take them to Israel, which is a free trip, and they get to do a bunch of fun activities and just get to explore Israel and be in a new country. They've never been there. And that is why Hillel is a discourse community. I hope this helped, and thank you for watching.